Okay, second grade, our learning target for today is I can ask questions about a story before, during, and after reading. And we know that as readers, we ask questions in our mind all the time. So it's important to write our questions down so we can really focus on understanding what the story is telling us and the meaning of it. So we talked about two different types of questioning, thin and thick questions. The first type of questions is thin questions. And those questions are usually right there in the story. They're easy to find the answer to. And they typically start with when, where, who, or how many. You could ask, when does the story take place? Who is the character? Thick questions, you have to really think and search for the answer. They're harder to answer, and sometimes we don't even find the answers, but they really help us think about the story. So we start thick questions by asking what if, how did, why did, what would happen if, and what would you feel if. So today you're going to listen to a story read by Mrs. Arnstorff first. It's called Charlie Anderson, and you're going to use this paper, so I want you to have this paper ready, and you're going to ask questions, 2 questions about Charlie Anderson, either before, during, or after you were listening to the story. Then you're going to click on Six Dinner Sid, the reading with Miss Lister, and you're going to ask 2 questions before, during, or after that story. And remember that you can pause the video anytime if you want to stop and ask a question and have time to write it down. So don't worry about doing that anytime. The last thing that I want you to do is make one text-to-text connection between the 2 stories.
Mrs. Douglas?
Yes?
I have a question.
Okay.
Because I don't think I quite understand something. On this paper down at the bottom, you said that we needed to make a text-to-text connection.
That's right.
I'm a little confused. Is there any way you can explain that to me again?
I can. Right over here we have a poster made for text-to-text connection. And a text-to-text connection is when you think about 2 stories, like Charlie Anderson and Six Dinner Sid, and you wonder, how are they linked together? How are they connected together in some way?
Oh, I think I get it now. So in other words, a text-to-text connection is when you read 2 stories or 2 books, and then after you've read a couple of these books, you think, wow, how are they the same? Or what are some comparisons that I can find in these books? So what you want us to do then at the bottom of this page is you want us to take what we remember from Charlie Anderson and what we remember from Six Dinner Sid, and you want us to find some things that they both were the same with, like some comparisons between the 2.
Yep. What do they have in common between the two books? What can you find that is the same?
That's the same.
Yep.
Like they were both cats, right?
Yes.
Would that be a text-to-text connection?
There's one.
Oh.
But I think you can think of something even better than
I think I could too, but I'm not going to tell you that right now.
Nope.
I'm going to
That's
wait
right.
until I have to write it down.
Okay, so text-to-text connection is just making a connection between the book that you're reading and the book that you already have read.
I've got it now. Thanks.
You're welcome.